All right, so in this video, we are gonna go for a walk because we're gonna be talking about the most walkable neighborhoods in West Michigan or in Grand Rapids, wherever. I'm kind of gonna be all over the map, all over the place. So I'm going on a walk right now, so I thought there wouldn't be anything more fitting than on the walk to talk about the most walkable places. And honestly, I've heard some people tell me I take too long to get to the point in the video, and I'm sorry about that. Let's get right into it. And the number one place is gonna be Eastown. So Eastown is an awesome area to walk around. There's a lot to do. There are places like Ches Olga. There's places that are like the Wolfgangs, Terra. So many great places to eat, coffee shops, a lot of great boutique shops. There are bars, restaurants, Pizza Huts out there, Billy's, the Crepe House. There's a lot of great places in Eastown, but the cool thing about Eastown is that right around there are a lot of homes and residences that you can live at. A lot of places there are rentals. I feel like it's about 50% rent and 50% owners. People who live in that area don't like to move, and people who own rentals in that area don't like to sell them. So Eastown's going to be number one. Okay, so we are back at it, and I actually have my notes with me. There are quite a few that I found that are walkable areas, and in West Michigan, you have different flavors. You have different locations that have different characteristics that also meet different personality types. So if you're upbeat, you're gonna find an upbeat area. If you're low key, you're gonna find a low key area. See, even today, I talk about these gray skies. This is a good indicator of these gray skies out in Michigan. It's supposed to be a little bit nicer today, later on. Sometimes you get half and half. It's just a blend. But to talk about some more of those areas and those neighborhoods, let me pull up my list again. All right, the next area I want to talk about is Alger Heights. And Alger Heights is great because it does have, it's kind of tough to get into Alger Heights. It's a great first place if you've never lived in Grand Rapids. It's a great area to move to. The old Goat is there, Ken's Marketplace, Brass Ring Breweries out there. A lot of cool little restaurants. It's a little nook. It's kind of tucked away, and it's right in the heart of Grand Rapids. Another cool thing about Alger Heights is the type of homes that are there. They're very 1950s, 1940s homes, brick, really solid areas, great pockets. I have some clients that have called me from another state, and they were like, if we can be in Alger, we're sold, we're ready. So Alger Heights is another great area that's very, very walkable. We'll see people walking in that area all the time. Okay, the next place is going to be Riverside Park. Now, Riverside Park is on Grand Rapids. It's pretty much right downtown Grand Rapids, kind of on the northwest. It's in a kind of its own little hub there, but Aberdeen, Riverside Park area is a fantastic place that's walkable. There are some great health food stores over there. There's a bowling alley out there. There is, butts up right next to Creston, which is also very walkable. And it leads over to Plainfield. But the great thing about Riverside Park is the park itself. So it is one of the most popular places for people who play disc golf. And apparently, I didn't know this, but I found this out from a person from watching the channel, that Grand Rapids is like the mecca of disc golf. So people love playing their disc golf. Riverside Park is one of those locations that a lot of people really enjoy just in a day-to-day. The other thing to keep in mind is that Riverside Park is very close to Grand Rapids, close to Monroe Center. Its location is sweet. The houses there are really great houses. I'm out in Hudsonville right now, going for a walk, but That's also on the list, which I can talk about. But Riverside Park is going to be one of the best places to go to. All right, now let's get into it. Since I'm already in Hudsonville, let's talk about Hudsonville. Very walkable. Walking through some trails. Behind me is Gemmens, which is a hardware store. There's a few other shops and whatnot around here. DJ's Pizza is there. They have a Remax brokerage, flower shop, right downtown. This is pretty much downtown Hudsonville. You've seen it all. So don't blink when you drive by Hudsonville, because it's kind of a quaint small town. And then right behind me here is, on the other side of Gemmens, that is Hudsonville High School. So Hudsonville being a smaller town, yeah, it's an awesome place to walk around. You know, if you're going to get a treat, if you're going just to meet friends, meet a neighbor, go to a restaurant. It's just one of those clutch towns that people really enjoy, and they get to know each other. They're very community oriented. It's one of the highlighted places to move because of its location. You're sitting right between Grand Rapids, right between Holland, and some people want that. They want to be close to the lakeshore, but they also want to be close to downtown where the happening scene is at. So Hudsonville is going to be place number 5 on the list. Now, the next place I want to talk about is Granville. Granville, awesome place, great residential. The average price point in that area is right around $300,000 to $315,000. You can get a pretty nice place there. 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,500 square foot for around that $315,000. Somewhere in that $315,000 range, you can get a home. And it's great because of the location. You have Rivertown Parkway, which is 44th Street. It's where the mall is. It's where Costco is. It's where my office is out in Granville. I love Granville because it's another one of those places where people from the outside can move, find their bearings, you know, just find out what they like about West Michigan. It's a simple place to do that and grow from there. So if you want to stay in Granville, it's one of those places that has a great school district. People love being there. You can stay there as long as you want. But if you don't like it, you can have a good enough view and be centrally located enough to check out other areas and make that decision there. So that's a great thing about Granville. If you need more insight about Granville specifically, watch the channel or shoot me a message. I'll put my number and my email on the screen right now so you can see a little bit more about the West Michigan area and what walkable neighborhoods will suit you. All right, the next place I want to talk about is going to be Downtown Holland. Downtown Holland, it's where I grew up, born and raised there. I'm over it, but some people absolutely love it. And I have considered moving to Holland again, you know, just because of the lifestyle that's there. It's simple, it's low key, but you still have a lot of great tourism. You have tulip time. You have a lot of great things throughout the year as far as schooling, academics, a lot of job opportunities there. If you like that lake life or that boat life, it's gonna suit you. It's something to keep in mind. Holland is just a great overall place to live if you want a simple type of lifestyle. And you really get a kick out of it as you live there, meeting neighbors, going to different coffee shops, learning about the culture. It's a great opportunity. It's expanding, it's growing, and it's a very solid real estate market. So if you're looking for a valuable home, great property, easy access to the lake, easy access to Grand Rapids, it's about a 20-30 minute commute. You can really get a kick out of Holland, but downtown Holland, very walkable. Wakazu Woods is a good mention for Holland as well. So keep that in mind. Walkable neighborhood. Okay, next place is going to be, now I've put together a PDF guide to show you exactly what those specifics are. So if you're interested in moving to the area or just coming to visit, you're going to get a good dose of what that transition is like coming to the West Michigan area. Heritage Hill. Heritage Hill is right near downtown Grand Rapids. Now, Heritage Hill is a lot of history. There's a historic district that's in Heritage Hill that a lot of the homes are preserved. A lot of the architecture, they're very protected in regard to how the city views them. It's one of the highlights. Grand Rapids has one of the largest historical home districts in the United States. So it's a big deal to the city of Grand Rapids. If you want to change anything or you want to update anything, you really have to get permission through the city and know what those ordinances are as you're making your decision to make sure that whatever you're doing to the home is going to actually enhance that preservation, to keep things in alignment in regard to how the city presents itself. So that's something to keep in mind. Heritage Hill, I've even done a full video on Heritage Hill you can check out. So go through the channel, check out Heritage Hill. All right, the next place I want to talk about, very walkable, is Midtown. Midtown, I love it because it's super close to Medical Mile. You're right in the area of Eastown. You're in a nice little hub. You're near East Grand Rapids. It's a really great, it's called Midtown. It's in the middle of Grand Rapids, but it fits so many people well. And you learn more about downtown. You learn more about Easttown. You learn more about East Grand Rapids. You know what the differences are in these cities, and you get a good perspective on Grand Rapids as a whole. So moving to Midtown, you're looking at purchasing somewhere around that $350 price point, maybe $400, $450. You probably cap, depending on what house it is, because there are certain streets and certain pockets that are a little more expensive than others, but you're going to be right around that $350 to $400, $450 range. So if you're in that price range, you want to know about the city, you want something walkable, you want to be able to go to different events without having to drive, or if you don't drive, it's going to be a really great choice for you. All right, the next place I want to talk about is going to be Rockford, Michigan. Now, Rockford, Michigan, you've probably heard about it in every video that you've seen about Grand Rapids. It's an awesome city, an awesome area. I know the downtown is filled with year-round events for people who are just family-oriented or just want to get out and about and meet people, singles, retirees. It sits right on the Rogue River, which is surrounded by nature and beauty. There are so many great things to look forward to when it comes to being in the Rockford area in regard to walkability. The homes are right off of the downtown area, which is great because if you just want to go grab some ice cream, or you want to go to a restaurant, or you want to go shopping, or you want to go to the dentist, or whatever you want to do, it is right there. Keep Rockford in mind as one of those places that if you want to walk, you want to go on evening walks or evening strolls, similar to a Hudsonville, you can walk pretty much anywhere in the city. Now, there are other places that are further away from the downtown area. I know Rockford Highlands is sort of in that middle ground between too close to drive, but too far to walk. So keep that in mind. But at the same time, the Highlands, Rockford Highlands, I've helped people move there plenty of times and they love that area. I've sold homes, I've listed homes in that area. And it's just been a great experience overall for people who want to be in Rockford. So keep Rockford on your list if you're looking for a place that's walkable. A caveat to Rockford is that it's further away. Keep in mind that Rockford is further away from Grand Rapids than a lot of people choose to be. So if you want to be close to Grand Rapids, it's a good 20-minute drive away. But when you're there, it's an awesome place to be. All right, the next place I want to talk about is Zeeland, Michigan. And this is probably the 10th place, or 10th or 11th, I forget what number I'm on at this point. But these are just all the walkable places. Now, Zeeland, very similar to Hudsonville, very similar to just the other places, Granville, Wyoming, Alger Heights. Is very similar because Zeeland is a very traditional type of town. And there's a lot of churches, there's a lot of boutique places. It's very the parents and the people that go in the school districts are very integrated into the schooling system. And some people vouch for Zeeland schools above all, you know, when it comes to moving to that area. Super walkable. There are parks everywhere. The homes in that area, it seems like everything's really close. You can walk from one side of Zeeland to the next of Zeeland within about probably an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. You can walk on one side of Zeeland to the next. A lot of great little pizza shops, similar to these little quaint stores that are out there. If you rent, if you live there, if you are looking to buy and move there, it's an awesome place. It butts up right next to Holland, Michigan, really close to the highway. So it's in between Hudsonville and Holland. So you're located in a great little hub to where it's like you don't want to be too close to the lakeshore, but you want to be far enough from Grand Rapids to where if you decide to go to Grand Rapids, it's not super duper far. And you can get that country feel out there. You can have great schools. You can get to know your neighbors. You can go to church, find a church easily. It's an awesome place to go. I did an entire video about 17 things you need to know about Zeeland. So make sure you check that out. And it's a super walkable area. You can go on walks pretty much anywhere, any time of day. You'll definitely get a kick out of Zeeland. All right, last place I'm going to talk about is Saugatuck, Michigan. This one was just kind of a wild card because I don't talk a ton about Saugatuck here, but I love Saugatuck. It is about 10 or 15 miles south of Holland, right on the lakeshore, and it's a getaway. Like, it is a staycation for sure for people who live in West Michigan. Saugatuck, some of the best food, some of the best music, some of the best homes, some of the best boating, best marinas. It's just a cool little town, and it's 100% walkable. Boutique. Saugatuck High School is at the top of the hill. The homes there are absolutely gorgeous. It is a higher price point to move to Saugatuck, and a lot of people from the Chicago area check out my channel and they're interested in Saugatuck. In other parts as well, you know, you can get more land near Douglas if you're out that way, which is a little even further south, maybe 2 or 3 miles south of Saugatuck. You can really have a quality experience living in Saugatuck. Let me tell you, in the wintertime, it's like a ghost town. I'm not gonna joke. I did a whole video about some of the best places to live on the lakeshore. Gotta check that video out. But it gets quiet during the winter months. But summertime, you just want to stick around and never leave. So that's probably why they get so many people from Chicago who go there. It's the greatest getaway that they can get. So I just wanted to talk about that. So again, I hope you got a kick out of the video, found out what the most walkable neighborhoods are in West Michigan. I'm in Hudsonville walking right now. The next place I want to talk about is going to be Grand Haven, Michigan. I cannot talk about walkable neighborhoods and not mention Grand Haven, Michigan, because this one is subtly on people's radar. It's kind of on the back burner, but I'm going to bring it forward a little bit because Grand Haven, I visit there every year at least a half dozen times, and I don't even live near Grand Haven. It's such a cool place during the summer months, especially. Plenty of people have second homes there. If you just want to go for the fireworks, if you want to just go for the state park, if you want to go just for dinner, you want to get to a beach, Grand Haven State Park is probably the #1 destination of beaches for people who live in Grand Rapids. It's probably the main and first place that they'll go when it comes to, you know, going to the beach or going to the lake. And there are a few marinas that are out there. There are a few places that you can enjoy some of the homes that are there, be on the lake. So many cool things about Grand Haven. They have the Winter Fest every year. They have a kite festival every year. It is a great place to walk. If you have a condo there, if you want to live near the water, you want to watch boats, you want to meet neighbors, you like a good craft brew, the downtown area is undeniably one of the coolest little downtowns. It reminds me of sort of a Saugatuck lifestyle with the live music. You go get ice cream. You can just hang out downtown all day, sit on the hill, watch the sunset, watch the musical fountain, the Coast Guard Festival every year. Grand Haven is an excellent place that I will put my stamp on as far as walkability, especially if you're on one side of US 31, closer to the water, closer to Lake Michigan. It's a fantastic place to live. And even on the other side of US 31, I've had some clients that were considering moving to Holland, and they're like, man, I don't know, I'm liking Grand Haven a little bit more. And so they ended up moving to Grand Haven, and they absolutely love living in Grand Haven now. So keep that in mind as you're deciding which place to live. Grand Haven is definitely one of the most walkable neighborhoods, but similar to Saugatuck and anything on the lakeshore, really, other than Holland, I'd have to say completely turns into like a ghost town during the winter time. So keep that in mind. But Grand Haven is definitely one that I would put on the list. What I'm saying is I've helped so many people move to and from the West Michigan area. I've been a licensed real estate agent for 13 years, and I've listed and sold hundreds of homes. The difference is finding out what your lifestyle is about, finding out exactly how you live your day to day. When you drive in your driveway, what is that feeling that you get? When you walk in your neighborhood, how proud of that are you? These are questions to ask as you're deciding before you move. Again, this is Vaughn Greathouse. For Things to Do and Sights to See, this is Live Great TV. I'm the official host of Living Great in Grand Rapids and the West Michigan area. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one.